Today I'm going to tell you what hypochlorous acid is, what it's used for, and why you should care in under 5 minutes. Let's get started. Let's cover the most important part first. Hypochlorous acid is a highly effective, non-toxic solution that can be used for rapid disinfection. If you're listening to this and you survived the dumpster fire that was 2020, then yes, that includes COVID-19. It's pronounced hypochlorous acid, but is also referred to as electrolyzed water, hypochlorous, or HOCl, which is its chemical name. Now, don't let the word acid scare you. Hypochlorous acid is completely non-toxic. In fact, it's more like water than acid, but we'll get to that in a minute. You don't need to wear gloves, a mask, or a hazmat suit to handle this. You can make it in your kitchen, spray it on your face, gargle with it, pour it on your vegetables or your kids, you name it. Now that we've taken a look at the basics, it's time for a chemistry lesson. But don't worry, I promise this will be quick and painless. Hypochlorous acid is a member of the chlorine family and is made up of hydrogen, oxygen, and chlorine molecules. Free available chlorine exists in 3 forms: as chlorine gas around pH 0 to 3, as hypochlorous acid around pH 4 to 7, and as hypochlorite around pH 8 to 14. Let's back it up a step. What is pH? pH is a measure of the positively charged hydrogen ions. Low pH means more positive ions, high pH means a more negatively charged solution. Pathogens tend to be negatively charged. Unfortunately, so is hypochlorite. You might know this chemical by its street name, bleach. Because they are both negatively charged, pathogens and bleach tend to repel each other, kind of like 2 magnets. However, hypochlorous acid sits between 5 and 6 on the pH scale, which means it is more neutrally charged. This allows it to approach and disable pathogens. That's one of the reasons hypochlorous acid is more effective than bleach at controlling pathogens. So make sure that you always measure your pH. That's the key to hypochlorous's germ-killing power. If this sounds familiar, it's because our own human bodies produce hypochlorous acid in our white blood cells to fight off invasive pathogens. Hypochlorous acid invades the pathogen's cell walls and disarms it through a process called phagocytosis. Another big word, I know, but think of it as the undercover sting agent of disinfectants. Alright, let's move on to everyone's favorite part of chemistry class. I'm going to share with you the secret recipe for hypochlorous acid. You probably already have these ingredients in your kitchen. All you'll need is salt, clean water, and white vinegar, plus an electrolysis cell, which comes in a hypochlorous acid generator. Plug the machine in, and you'll have a batch of hypochlorous made in minutes. So you've got this chemical solution that is non-toxic, it's easy to make, and it kills all sorts of pathogens. But how can you use it? Well, I don't know how you're going to use it. I'm just the narrator. But I can tell you how other people use it. Major airlines such as Delta cold fog hypochlorous between flights to disinfect the plane. Dentists use hypochlorous to sanitize equipment, disinfect rooms between patients, and as part of the treatment procedure for root canals. Greenhouses flush their water lines with hypochlorous to remove biofilm buildup and kill any harmful microbes in the water. Hypochlorous acid can be sprayed, cold fogged with an ultra-low volume cold fogger, or dosed in large quantities. Still not convinced? It's also used for all types of cleaning, by veterinarians to treat animal wounds and prevent disease, in the hospitality industry for rapid disinfection, by food service workers to sanitize produce and as a leave-on dish disinfectant, and in healthcare for pre- and post-operative wound care, and for sanitation. Now look, you can buy gallons of this stuff on the internet, just like anything else, but it's more expensive, and hypochlorous has a short shelf life, so you've got to use it all up quickly. Investing in a hypochlorous acid generator would allow your home or business to make gallons of hypochlorous for less than $1. That's hundreds or even thousands of dollars of savings per year depending on how much you use. Now, I'm no economist, but that sounds like a pretty good deal.